Hey everybody, Father's Day, and look at that, we've got an empty barbecue. I hope you went and picked up one of these and got it sorted for Dad and you're ready. This is the Sapphire, this is my little blue baby. We're gonna do an incredible 13 dish barbecue with you today. $169 for family of 4. I challenge you, if you are watching this video and you didn't do the kit, good luck trying to do this on that kind of budget. But Blackie always is about miracles and happening. So let's have a look over here. All of this is going to be covered in an info sheet for you, which for those who are doing it, you've already read it. And we've got a lot of elements on here that are already on the table that have come in your box. We've got our salads over here, which is 1A. It also comes with 1B. We've got the pasta salad, which is 3. We've got 2A and 2B. We've got some bread course. Over here, I've basically separated all our grilling elements. So 6, which is our piri piri chicken. We got our Thai prawns, number 5. Look at this, I'm giving you a full rack of pork ribs, 4A, 4B, with some sauce on the side, ready to go. So you got a good, easy 4 bones, 3 to 4 bones per person. Good 18-ounce chunk of Blackie dust-coated, marinated, ready to go strip loin of beef. Then over here, I got the vegetables. We've got 10, we've got 9, 10, and 11. So we've got roasted corn, grilled corn, which we've got done with a cilantro crema. Over here we've got fingerling potatoes, which is coming with labneh and gremolata. And then over here, green beans done with XO sauce and mushrooms with lime. And I think there's an Aleppo chili going on there. There's dessert, there's ice cream. That's all in the house because I don't want to overwhelm you. What I want you to think about before you do anything for this barbecue. See this little tray here? Let's have a look at this little tray here. It's straightforward, it's simple. Get a coffee cup, put some spoons in it. Have some fresh ground pepper and have your little salt pig. If you don't have one of these, here's another great gift that you can get Dad for Father's Day. This in here, I just have Maldon salt, but look at this piece. Isn't that beautiful? That was a little Easter egg for the video shot today. That came in the package last night. So that we're gonna have for seasoning, because you season on the fly when you're cooking. I have a little container, so some vegetable oil, and this is lined with foil. This is for raw. On this side, I have another tray. This is for cooked. So here's a rule of tip when you're buying a barbecue. If it doesn't come with a shelf on each side, it's garbaggio. You don't want it. You want something that has actually been made by somebody who knows how to barbecue, which is one side for raw, one side for cooked out. So this bad boy here, machine, is rocking at a good solid 450, and the biggest thing that we want to focus on is come back to the protein. So like anything in a professional kitchen, the first thing you want to do is you want to do the hard stuff first. Now everything is prepped and ready to go. We're just going to cook. So the hardest thing for us to cook right now is the chicken, the piri piri chicken. So it's kind of like a Portuguese chicken. And what we've got in here is we've got enough for 2 pieces per person. So let's see if I create a massive grease fire right now. You never know, right? I mean, this is like literally live to tape action going on here. The biggest trick to do when you're putting down chicken skin in a barbecue, especially one like this, is you want to put it around the perimeter. You don't want to be direct on the flame, because if you're direct on the flame, good luck to you. So here's a cool thing about this barbecue, just very quickly to show you. There's a little trap door here. You see this? I've got a trap door here. So you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take some hickory wood chips. And again, this is not part of the barbecue. I'm just showing you some pro tips. I don't soak them in water. Blech. I don't want to eat wet wood. I don't want to smoke wet wood. I want to smoke dry wood. I want hickory. I'm going to drop it right in the wood chips. Oxygen's being fed in there gorgeously. That's all I'm going to need. You can see the smoke's coming, right? Oh my God, here we go. We're going to close that down. I love this machine because it's got fire brick inside, so it's very, very hard. Oh, here's Ringo, buddy. How you doing? Are you hungry? Oh, I hear you, bud. So, you know, these kinds of barbecues, a lot of people are intimidated by them. And of course, you don't need to be cooking on this. You could just use a standard, like, you know, grill, gas fired, no problem, propane fired. But it's all about controlling the amount of air coming in, air going out. So I'm actually bringing this right down, almost to about 1/3 open on the screen edge. And then up here, the vent holes, I'm just giving this a little slight twist so it's about a half open. That's going to open up fully every time I pop the door. But you can see the smoke. Hello, are you there? Let's head back over and see what's going on. Piri piri sauce is taken care of. The only other thing that we're going to have to focus on here now, and the next one is going to be going to container 11, which is the corn. So the corn, and you know, I don't have the mega memory, but I'll go with it right here. Where are we here? Grilled corn, marinated in lemon, lime, and a side of jalapeno crema. Here's the jalapeno crema. We got the lemon. We've got the lime. So we're going to just pop that down onto it, and the lime. And I'll share with you that there will already be some oil in here. I noticed that it's not in the tray, but that's what's good about these kind of things on the fly, is that we can just kind of throw some stuff down, realize it, and then when we do the final packing for everybody, literally in 2 weeks, we're 2 weeks out before Father's Day, people. The neighbors are looking at me, they're like, what's he doing? Okay, so we're gonna take that, we're gonna drop it in there, because the corn needs a little bit of time. Look at the smoke. Where are you, Matt? I can't see you. Here we go. We're going to go with the corn down. So you can see this tightness starting on the chicken right now. And we're getting quite the color happening pretty significantly and very quickly, which is great. And you can see there's a bit of a fire thing going on. And that's happening because the fat or the skin from the chicken itself is extremely flammable. It really lights up quickly, far more than you're going to get from any other. We have two other elements to go down here. We're just going to go over here and we're going to look at, that was container 10. Container 10 is the green beans and mushrooms done in XO sauce. Just going to take this and I'm going to drop that down. We have the potatoes, same idea. We're just going to take these and we're going to drop them down. Boom. Oh, look, there's a potato missing. Oh, down. Okay. I'm going to bring my flame down pretty tight. I will say I have got this barbecue exactly where I want it, which means angry, insane, and full of flavor. So, corn is cooking, but we're going to let everything kind of go. You can see by me simply moving the chicken to the opposite side of the barbecue, I've arrested the fire. There's no longer a fire here. We're going to make sure all the chicken is turned over. So that's not burnt. What we've got there is some delicious flavors what we've got going on there. So we're going to close that down now. So we're going to come in. We're going to try to get this flame down, so I'm almost closing the vent on it, which is going to stifle the fire and it's going to bring this temperature down fairly quickly. So while that's all going on, let's go back and do a little bit of cleanup. So the piri piri chicken is done. We've got the XO, this is the XO sauce for the green beans. We've got the, I believe, yeah, this is a caper gremolata. And then this is a white truffle labneh. That's going to go for the potatoes. So now with all that in hand, this is that moment when you look at your dad and you're like, can I get a cider? And if he's like, no, then you're like, Mom, can I? Maybe Mom's doing the barbecue. I hope Mom and Dad aren't doing the barbecue. I hope Mom and Dad are sitting off in the corner having a good time. And you, my son, daughter, son of Dad, are sussing it out, making a good one. But now it's time to go get yourself a little cocktail, because that's what I'm going to do. And when we get back, we're going to go into some cold salad assembly. And more importantly, I'm going to show you how quick we can cook an 18-ounce steak today. See ya. Awesome. Hey, everybody, welcome back. Just doing a little adjustment on the barbecue. You can have a quick look in there and see everything is really much under control. The chicken is now calmed down. We don't have any fire. Remember, you have fire, close the door. Just like trying to survive a real fire. Don't open the door, keep the door closed. You're controlling oxygen. Again, remember, for me here, I gotta watch this. You don't really get the opportunity in a regular gas barbecue to control oxygen, but this is totally sealed, so it's awesome. We're coming back over to this side and we're just gonna kind of get some of our dishes ready. I'm just gonna grab one of my spoons in the water. You're probably wondering why the hell's he got spoons in water? Kind of get all these lovely sauces I've made for you. So house-made piri piri from my days of going to Portugal Look at this gorgeous little piri-piri. Some of you are like, that looks like chimichurri. Okay, Portuguese chimichurri, you can say that. But no, it's piri-piri. All right, it's got a nice little kick to it. Over here is the XO sauce. If you've had my XO sauce, you know. I'm not going to talk about what's in it, because then you're going to get all verklempt on me. And then what's the next thing we have is this jalapeno lime crema. We're going to pop that down into the next one. I mean, look at this. You know, this alone is like $169. All right, so those containers are sorted and done. I hope you got a good drink, and I hope it has some boozy woozy in it. And if it doesn't, kudos to you. I'm doing a little H2O right now. Okay, these sauces, just drop them off to the side. We'll talk about plate presentation, but more importantly, we want to talk about the steak right now. I've got it in the bag. You're going to cut it open. Once you got that bag open, you've got the steak in there. You're going to come back to your barbecue. Pop the door open. You don't need to season this because we've got it all on the sauce ready to go. We're going to pull the steak out raw. I'm going to slap that right in the center. Always on a slight angle. We'll talk about window painting and how we can make that look great. We're going to move everything around because you're literally on the edge of burning everything. But look at the chicken. Isn't that looking gorgeous? Look at the color on that. Oh, it's like a beautiful blonde in some respects. All right, we're going to come back. Let's do some cold food. It's all not just about doing barbecue. There's also cold food involved here. And we're going to start right over here with our salads. You can't believe we are literally like almost 70% done in terms of production. And by the magic of film and video, we're going to just suddenly bring glass balls to the table. Wow, look at that. That was quick, right? You don't mess around. So let's do 1A, the salad, the first one. This is a salad comprised of fennel, cucumber, and celery. I've got a little bit of shredded romaine in there because we have to kind of volumize it. We don't want people going, wow, that doesn't look like there's a lot in there. Inside of this salad as well, for 1B, we have some pecans, there's some roasted capsicums, and we have the dressing. And the dressing, I actually have no idea what it is. It's a feta. It's a feta dressing. So it's creamy feta cut with mayo, and then we have crumbled feta. These are going to be your garnishes. So see how fast these containers just disappear? And as the containers disappear, so does your stress. But you shouldn't be stressed. You should be having fun. You should really be enjoying it. We're going to get rid of that. We're going to mix this in a second. Back to a little peekaboo. How long has that been? That's been like no more than like 2 minutes. Watch the steak. See the color? See it sizzling the meat? So we're going to turn it. Now, you're getting a little bit of a shtick on the barbecue, and that's because of the paste from the marinade. So yeah, all this marinade that's on top of here is just kind of like sticky. So when you go to move it and you've got that stuck on the grill, don't worry about that. Don't get freaked out about that. That's okay. That's a good problem to have. That's going to create flavor on the bars. Remember that barbecue terminology? Flavor on the bars. You really need that. So in here, in our pouch, I'm just moving up the mushrooms. I can share with you, those are almost ready. The potatoes, I'm going to let that keep going. I'm coming back down in. I'm going to open this up a little bit more and get some more oxygen. And I'm going to pop that to halfway. Back over to the salad. No rest for the wicked, right? So we're just going to toss this gorgeous salad up. It's already seasoned, ready to go, but who knows? Maybe you just want to like flare yourself in front of the family, in front of Dad, and make Dad feel like you not only love him to bits, but you want to show him that you are in control. So when you get your pepper mill, you know, don't be like the waiter where you're doing this. No, just on the top here. Just twist. And be like, Dad, I love you. Thank you for bringing me into this big, gorgeous, beautiful world so I could sit here and make this amazing meal for you. So look, that's it, done. I got a gorgeous little sexy plate here. What do you want to go? You want to go? We'll go Port Merriam. Yeah. I love my wife. She's taught me so much about Chinaware. It's so great. But then the big Chefy baby comes out and he's just like, I'm gonna just make a big mess on that. And this is where the difference is when you're making these kinds of dishes. Watch this. So we have 3 elements going on here. We've got our nuts, and I'll tell you, we're probably going to give you less nuts than that. That's a little nutty, isn't it? We've got some capsicum, roasted pepper, down. Look at this, all primary color action, looking gorgeous, making you salivate, making you want more. And then some crumbled feta on top. Wow, look at all that feta. Might back that off a little bit too. But nonetheless, chef's virtue. Have a nibble. First salad up. Back to the barbecue. Oh, ho. I'd say this chicken is almost done. The color on it is absolutely divine. I can't believe I'm cooking this good today. You know, that cocktail earlier kind of made a little bit of effect. Had a little bit of cider, not gonna lie. Gonna flip. Getting some really tight color on there. My advice on this point, if you got a real hot spot going on the Barbie, maybe pull the steak off a little bit. So we're gonna leave that there. Sealed on the outside. We've now finally flipped it over and we're sealing the second side. These vegetables are almost there. The corn's almost rare. The potatoes are about 5 minutes behind. What does that tell me? It tells me 2 things. We are gonna go with our pork ribs and our shrimp. So you can kind of see the pork ribs, just so you know, fully cooked. Ready to go. So for the pork ribs, honestly, so easy. Open up and just pop them right in. And the reason we do them whole pieces is so we can manipulate them. Don't go ahead and pre-cut those. We don't want to go there. All right? So pork ribs are there, chicken is there. Chicken's gonna come out in a minute. So now that the pork ribs are down and starting to cook up, the shrimps you're just gonna pop to the side. They're there, they got their garnish, they're ready to go. We're not gonna do much about it, okay? So pork ribs are down, steak's down. You hear that snap that's happening? That's the corn. Guess what? The corn is ready to go. Take it off. It's looking gorgeous. You want these burnt, you know, almost like burnt bits. You got to have some burnt bits. You want Dad, when he smiles at you, you can see all your lovely work in his teeth. You want to see that. These beans are done, and the great thing about this pouch is it'll thermically, from a thermal standpoint, it's going to keep them nice and warm. There's going to be no issues there. If you have a warming drawer, please go ahead and use that. I'd say the chicken is like about 1.5 minutes away, and the steak, we want to go for a medium rare. That's an awesome Blackie's bone dust. Thanks to Ted Reeder, king of the Q, based out of Toronto, who's taught me so much. I know how to be a better friend to him, I think, ultimately. God, I love that guy. Smokey Bear says, Chuck, come and look at me. So let's get in here and have a look here. We've got a fire going at the back here. That's dangerous, and this is coming from the pork. So we need to get in here quickly and get that dealt with as quick as we possibly can, because fire is not a good thing. So I'm taking the chicken off. And how do you control a fire that's gotten this out of control in your barbecue? It's very simple. You've seen me probably do it before, but right now I'm actually feeling okay where I am with this, because I know that for me, see how fast that's gone? So now I'm going to come back in, close. There will be no flame. I'm going to bring down and close this right off. No problem. That's sorted. Shrimps are going to go on right now. Here we go. Again, these have got Thai red curry on them. So we're going to drop them on the outside. And if you're struggling because your bars are a little too wide and you're worried, you could always put these on a stick, on a skewer. It's good. Let's make a salad. Glass bowl. We're going to go ahead and make the roasted beet and orange salad, done with cavatelli. No, I do apologize. So it's with pomegranate right here. It's in 2B. Just like a simple, gorgeous little composed salad. with the pomegranates. And I'm thinking that we're going to use this bowl. And honestly, this is just layers. Put some beets down below. Lay some oranges on top. Nice and fresh, summery. More beets. We've got some pomegranate that's going down. Shucked pomegranate. And then we're going to finish with the dressing. And you're literally just going to spoon your dressing over the top. It's emulsified. You might even, honestly, it's going to be a warm day. Just take it. Give it a little mariachi shaky. Yeah. There we go. And we're just going to nappage over the top and wreck those beautiful colors. But that's okay. And don't leave anything behind, huh? So we'll just put a couple more pieces on top. And even the juice. Oof! Is that looking good? You just say, yeah, I just came up with it, Dad, today. Boom. We got one more salad to do, which we're going to do right there. But we have to check our barbecue, and those shrimpies need a turning. Back we go. Beautiful. Just give them a little flip. See the colors starting to come? Potatoes are almost there. Make sure your ribs, your pork ribs are in control. Have a look at your potatoes. Make sure they're not burning. They're not. They're getting gorgeous color on them. They're great. We're going to leave those in the corner. They're well protected. Down. The chicken's done. The strip loin is sitting, resting. It wasn't in the barbecue. No more than like 5 to 6 minutes. Beautiful medium rare color. If you just don't like blood, then I'll leave that up to your virtue, how you want to deal with that. Back over here. We're going to go with the last salad, one of three. This is cavatelli pasta done with charred broccolini, sugar snap peas, and it's a Dijon shallot pulse. So very straightforward, simple. Sugar snap peas, pasta into the bowl. And listen, if you don't have a lot of bowls, you're at your house, you've only got one bowl, you're kind of getting overwhelmed by this, you can do the old pre-pandemic Caesar salad, office salad shake, you know, you just put it in there. Shake it all up. You could do that as well. So it's not the end of the world. I don't want you to get freaked out about this. I just like to use the bowl because for the cameraman, it's way nicer than like, you know, shaking like, you know, a container like this. Look at it. When I go like this, he gets all happy. He's like, oh yeah, Blackie. Look at that. Let's see what this is like. Yeah, Dad's going to be happy. So, salad's there. We're going to just come in quickly. Just going to give this a little mix up. Creamy dressing, fresh veggies, so beautiful. Boom, boom, boom. Port Miriam. Here we go. Salad down, into the bowl. Well, just left a little appetizer there for my Mr. Patches down below. He's like always on the prowl. You know, that dog in another life, I think he was like a chef de partie because he wants to eat everything I make. Can I try that, Dad? I think that's okay. Doesn't that look gorgeous? A little bit of flat leaf parsley. Let's just drop that down over here. Amazing. So with the salad done, basically we're coming to almost the end. We have a couple things left to do here. We have a barbecue sauce. So we're going to just kind of finish things off. There's a couple things left to do. So let's just go back to the barbecue one more time. Oh yeah, even the pork ribs are done. Going to drop the pork ribs up here. We basically have built ourselves a gorgeous meat platter. The shrimps, so I'm just going to move those a little bit more into the center. Pork ribs are done, ribeyes done, strip loin's done, chicken's done, corn's done, beans are done, potatoes are done. Chef, you're running out of room. It's a good problem to have. Let's go make the bread. So the bread is very straightforward. This is a homemade brioche that I make, and I make it in a tomato can. So it's a classic, but you're getting a special one this time around. So when you get this contraption, maybe you get someone else to open it for you if your fingers are all greasy. But the short end of the story is you'll see this. We Basically take a good ball of brioche, we proof it in the tomato can, and lo and behold, we have this gorgeous little piece of loaf. I'm going to be doing it with sashimi in the dough recipe. What is sashimi? It's just another fancy word for togarashi. You know it. It's good old Blackie's togarashi. Loves it to death. We're just going to now trim a little bit off the edge here, and we're going to cut down 1 family member, 2 family member, 3 family member, 4 family member. Somebody's getting into a fight. Someone is going home early. All right, so now that the breads are all lined out, we've got this little bit of miso butter. Grab your spoon. Going to do a check on the food over here very quickly. Thank you. See the shrimpies? They're literally almost there. Let's come back into the miso butter. So make sure your spoon water starts to get dirty after a while. So at some point, you're going to have to do a little wipey. And all I want you to do is take this gorgeous miso butter and do a little butter slather over the top. Now, when you get your bread, you're going to have the speckles of the togarashi going through it. So it's got a nice little kick to it, nice little spice level to it. This is a very fast little action that you're going to be doing here. So this is like grilled cheese sandwiches. You're going to butter both sides. Da, 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 da. We're going to have some good interlude music going while I'm doing this part of the vid and the walkthrough for you. And the reason that we're buttering both sides is that we're going to grill both sides. All right, that's all ready to go. Never throw out the brioche. Let's butter up that little guy there. That's awesome. I'm going to take a spoon, going to flip out. While that's going down, those shrimps are ready. I can feel it, so I'm going to take them off. But while I'm going to take them off, I'm just going to transfer over the labna white truffle creme for the baked potatoes so that we are ready for those. That's great. That's another ramekin, so you better have lots of ramekins. If you don't have any ramekins, just leave them in the containers. We're going to need 1 more for the barbecue sauce and 1 more for the gremolata. So shrimps can come off now. So for the shrimps, I'm going to just tuck those up in the corner here. So you might have a bigger tray. Hopefully you don't have a smaller tray. So it's quite the, $169. All this stuff going on here. There's no way you're going to see that anywhere. There's no way you're going to bring that back to the house and pop it on the grill if you're doing this on your own and you're trying to copycat me. So let's do this. Brioche down. Don't walk away. This isn't the time for a bio break, people. This is the time to stay frosty. You can go back to the first one, flip it, flip it, flip it. See how quick? Woo! Well, we're getting there. It's happening. It's close. I even brought you some sashimi powder, ground ready to go. So for this, we're just going to do a little bit over the top. Do yourself a favor. Don't be standing over your barbecue when you're throwing hot spices in there. Probably going to break your nose. All right? Cool. Going to get a little deep bowl action for this. We're going to flip the brioche over 1 more time again. So delish. Look, see the color coming so quick? Hey buddy, how are you? Ringo, are you hungry? Winston, are you hungry? Do you want some steak? Look at his little pencil tail, huh? Brioche time, baby. Look at this. So all you're gonna do now with the toast, this color is just absolutely divine, but if you went off to do a bio break, yeah, you'd be a big disappointment. Don't be a disappointment. Make Dad happy. Stay on the game. Stay with me. Don't pause me, okay? There we go. We're just going to stack these little guys up. Wow, I didn't say bad boys. How are you going to finish this off? Take that miso butter and just put it right on top of the bread, because this has all got kinetic heat to it. You're going to sprinkle that over the top, and you know what? You just drop the tongs and you walk away because you're the best. Well, the grill is done, but the grill's still hot. And honestly, everything's been out for probably around 4 to 5 minutes. We just want to do a little bit of a réchauffé, just bring it back up again. So in your tray, you're just going to pop it down. We're going to close that and make sure that's down in terms of using a Komodo style. If you're on a regular gas, just bring it down to right low. You know, you see that. It says right low. We got 2 sauces left to fill here. We've got the green Thai curry. It's coconut based. This is for your shrimps. And then the next element that we have here, the last element we have here is the barbecue sauce for those ribs. Delish. Look at that. We got 1. We got 2. We're crazy people. Here we go. Amazing. So we're all set there, and now we're going to dive right back in to our barbecue because it's been probably, oh, did you see that? It fell on the ground. There's a lid on the ground. Oh, there goes the Ringo. He's coming to get it. Ringo, that's Thai curry, buddy. That's like super hot. It's going to hurt your mouthy woufy. Airplanes. Really? They're so overrated. He's like right over us. All right. It's choppy chop time. It's meat treat time. We're gonna now go in and we're gonna pull this out and we're gonna assemble it. There's many ways to do this. I just happen to have one of these kicking around. This was like, oh my gosh, I think I bought this over 15 years ago at a minimum. This is a really cool guy. Schimmel, schimmel.ca, SCHIMMEL.ca. This is a sugar maple tree from Barrie, Ontario. When I was at the National Arts, I think I bought like 30 off of him. He like personally drove out from Barrie. He's like, who are you? I was so awesome. German character, very, very entertaining. Look at this. You can hear it making noise. It's like, I'm ready, eat me. We're gonna go in, nice and secure, lift, down. Where am I gonna put this so I don't wreck the house? Can't be wrecking my wife's tablecloth, so let me try this. I'm gonna put this bowl right here because we're going to do some cutting now. Awesome. So steak first up in center. Let's do a little check. Oh, that's beautiful. I think I know what I'm doing. Peeps, pork ribs. I'm going to slide into the next one. Ooh. Just make sure you have an area that, you know, is heat resistant, so you're not like burning your dad's dining room table or your mom's dining room table. So for the potatoes, honestly, I'm just going to bring them right out onto the board. Look at those. Delish. Way delish. There we go. That's sorted. Go to the next one, the corn. I'm going to pop the corns down here in this corner. Oh, look, I made a funny, a corn corner. A corny corn. Oh, I love it. Look at this. That's great. This is awesome. We're going to do the chicken right beside it. Oof. I got to tell you, last year, the barbecue we did about 3.5, almost 4 years ago during the pandemic, that was fun. This is way better. Look at that. Yummy, yummy. Here comes the green beans with the mushrooms and XO sauce. I'm thinking that we keep all this kind of like non-protein based stuff off to the side here. Whee! There you go. Oh, look, a little chef's prerogative. I'm going to have a couple of beansies. XO sauce for the beans. Potatoes got the white truffle. The shrimps. I got one more chicken. The shrimps, I'm just going to do a little love stack here. And then we've got a little ramekin for the shrimps. It's probably a little big, that, but that's okay. Here's the chicken piri-piri sauce. I think I'm going to run out of space quick. And we're going to come right back and we're going to cut the pork ribs first. So it's very straightforward. When you're cutting ribs, one end the bones are popping out, one end they're not. Just put the knife in the center and cut right through. Don't try, it's like driving a car. Just go straight. All right? Don't try to turn left. Don't try to turn right. Just cut it right down the center. There you go. These are dry ribs. I don't know about you. I'm not really a fan of sauce. You know, I'm kind of like, internally, my brain is saying this is ridiculous. I should give you less. But then again, I'm a dry rib kind of guy. So I'm just going to, like, you know, pretend that that's not censored. So you heard that, but you kind of get really bent and confused while you're eating it, or what you should be doing, whether you should use the sauce. So Chef Blackie doesn't approve. But what I do approve is ribs cut at the moment. You ever have ribs where you can pull the bone out? It's not nice. Don't do that. You want to feel like you're a little squirrel, a little gerbil chomping away on that little nut. That's what it's all about. Pop down your ribs. Stack them haphazardly. Don't get overcritical about yourself. Let's go right down to the last thing. Well, look at this, so many ribs. It's ridiculous. Last thing, we're going to do the steak, the pièce de résistance. Look at these fingers. This is what it's all about. Yeah, I would love to lick them, but we're going to keep it. We're going to keep it like, you know, PG. Ready? We're going to go ahead and cut the steak. We're going to cut on a slight angulette. Here we go. Look at that color. Yeah. I can't build a spaceship, but woo, you get me on that spaceship, I'll make you some damn good meat. Look at that. Cool. Nice little chunk there for somebody who's feeling like maybe you had a bad week and you need a nice chunk of meat. It's right there waiting for you. So look, we're just going to smack that all down. And this is the reason why you have these long knives. Oh, looks so good. I'm going to flip those over there. That looks good. More importantly, this is what this is about. If you can't feel this, look at this. These guys are like ready to go. And my good old Maisie, my beautiful little girl, my little 4-year-old, she's like, I'm just waiting for Winston. Once Winston's ready, I'm ready, Dad. We have a couple of left things to do. And, you know, I'm going to say, I put together a pretty decent spread, but caper gremolata with white truffle labneh, that's going on the potatoes. This one here, I believe, is for the shrimp. This is a little garnish for the shrimp. The shrimp are right beside it. I'm just going to tuck that over. A little bit of scallion frill with some chili threads. Yummy, yummy. And then the last one, which, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, the charred green beans, which are on the end here. The little Aleppo chili. It's looking like Christmas. Oh, the sweet long day. Look at this, some little juice down. Yummy, yummy. We've got our salads. Let's get all this rubbish out of the way. Boom, boom, boom. Sorry, peonies. I'm just going to let you slide back a little bit. Sorry for the incredible amount of food that's down here. This is for a family of 4. Wow. I think I'm going to try some of the pasta. I know what it was about. The barbecue sauce. Remember how much I don't like barbecue sauce? I'm all about dry ribs. There you go. A spoon in there. You're off to the races, ladies and gentlemen. The Father Day spread. Congratulations, you've done it. We'll be back in a few. Go ahead and pause me. Chow down. We'll be back in a few when you're ready to go, and we'll do the dessert together. Wasn't that awesome? Where's Dad? He better not be sleeping. If he's in a food coma, you're going to have to wake him up because we got 3 boxes left to go. Technically, as you saw, I promoted this as a 13-dish buffet, so this is 12 and 13, but you also get a half liter of my favorite freezer strawberry jam ice cream done on the Paco Jet. Everybody gets one of those. That's a comp. Let's go over to 12 and 13, little baby cheesecakes. Now, did you turn off your barbecue? Make sure you turn that back on and just get a little bit warm. I still got some temperature here. These are little baby fried. We already fried these off for you. These are little baby cheesecakes. Again, on the edge. Don't be putting that in the center. Ready? We're going to let that close down. Keep the vent open. And in here, we have nothing more than a little, looks like to me, this is a little strawberry rhubarb. It is. Just going to pop that right down. I'm going to do a little workout. Awesome. Let's go to 14. Let's see what we got. Oh, that's the ice cream. We'll do that one last because, you know, in the summer hot day, that's going to go crazy. This is going to be the MCP. Many of you know me. I love my chocolate mousse. So in here, we have peanuts in a chocolate mousse. And there's a little paper in there, but don't fret. The whole reason of that was so that we can just kind of stack things on top, which in our case is not only the peanuts, but it's the meringue and the pretzels. So just gonna pop that down. Now, no, pop a little bit of meringue, French meringue, down on top. You're going to either leave it as is or get one of these. You're gonna get one of those, aren't you? Be better. Little pretzel. There you go. Throw a spoon in. That's that. Next one. The ice cream. It's actually a sorbet. Freezer ice cream is sorbet based. Look at this. Woo! Looking good. I can smell the strawberries. Ringo, can you smell the strawberries? He's like, yes, Dad. I can. Boom. Let's go back to our cheesecake. It's right in here. Amazing. I'm just going to give him a little turn. You can smell it. Ooh, can you smell that? Smellorama. What was that, 67? They came up with Smellorama. Where you'd have scratch cards in the theater while you're watching a movie and you'd be like, yes, vinegar. Rotten apple. Earwax. All right, we're getting to the end. We just got to go with a little bit of crumble. Amazing. A teaspoon in there. You want to be like, Dad, let's go. Time for yum nums. Here we go. Cheesecakes are ready. They're that quick. Beautiful. 1, 2, 3, 4. They're nice and hot too. Feel my fingers stinging. Well, everybody, that's a wrap. That's Father's Day 2024. If you're watching this video and you didn't order, it's going to be available next year for 2025 because that was a lot of fun putting it together for you. I hope you had a wonderful day with your mom and dad. Remember, without them, we're nothing. Thanks, Dad. Mine's up there, but he's always in here. Peace and love, everybody. Happy Father's Day to you.